Hey guys, so nothing beats a good after shower ride here in Uttarakhand, and whom I have along with me, my adventure partner Mugees, and
Hi.
today we are going to talk why he sold off his Himalayan. So here goes.
Because of this
Okay, which bike is it? Yes,
Yamaha
there you go.
FZ250.
That's the new FZ25, and trust me guys, it looks stunning, especially with those that new sticker job with Mugees got them recently on his bike. So Mukesh, you bought your bike in 2016, right? 2016. Which month was it?
I bought it in September, I guess.
In September.
24 September.
So it hasn't even been an year for you, but you still have sold the Mighty Himalayan and got the FZ 25 instead. So can you tell all these viewers, all the people here who are still in a qualm whether they should buy the Himalayan or not, that why did you sell it away?
See, it depends, if you are doing city riding and if you're commuting on Himalayan, it's kind of not suitable for city rides because it's a long, big bike and the suspension travel. I mean, it's of no use in city road because you don't need that much suspension travel.
That's
But if you do adventure riding, obviously Himalayan is the best bike in its category.
I think he is very right. Even I've had the Himalayan for about a year or so, I think more than a year.
Yeah.
And this is something that I've noticed. This bike is not very city friendly, especially when it's about the stop and go traffic, Mugees.
Yeah,
And
the main part is the engine heats up, and the braking is not that much good.
yeah,
Wherein you need to brake suddenly, and it won't stop because it's quite heavy. So it takes its own time.
and courtesy to the off-road 21-inch front tire as well.
Obviously.
So this doesn't really
It's
fit
sluggish.
in. Yeah, it doesn't really fit in very well
No.
for city riding. It's pretty tall. It's absolutely not as manageable and as flickable as the
this.
FZ.
Yeah.
It doesn't come close.
This cuts through traffic like butter on a knife.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sorry, knife on a butter.
That's okay, that's okay. Anyways, I bought this Himalayan solely for adventure touring. For city riding, it's only on a non-gear, the Suzuki Axis. But this Himalayan, which he had bought earlier, was for going on and off to the office and doing the
home
daily
things,
chores
daily chores,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. So that's why he was uncomfortable.
I need everything. I need to cut through traffic. I need to take corner sections, corner guards.
Yes.
I need to go to office. I need to go to baker house and get a bread.
Mhm.
So I
Yes,
need to do
yes.
everything on a bike. So this suits me.
Yes. So let's cut the chase and let's know what all he got replaced on his bike when he was enjoying his Himalayan.
First of all, I got the T-bar chain, the stem.
Okay, the T-board.
The
Same with me.
T-stem.
Same with me.
The
Yeah.
T-stem.
Mhm.
I've got the bearing, the stem bearing, almost twice changed.
I have done it once. There
I've
you
got
go.
the magneto coil. I've got the clutch twice changed.
Lucky me, the magnetic coil hasn't been changed for me.
I've got
Okay.
the head changed twice.
Twice.
I've
Me
got
too.
the tank changed.
I am going to get the tank changed now.
I've got the tails changed.
Twice. Me.
Okay. And I've got the carburetor change as well.
Not me.
That is so rare in
Yes,
Himalayan.
yes.
And I've got the few parts on the front assembly, the head assembly changed. So it's kind of meter. I forgot the meter.
How could you miss that?
I forgot the meter as
Even
well.
I've got that changed once.
Yeah.
But then there are a lot of people who are, confused, who are in a qualm that whether they should buy the new Himalayan, which is going to be launched in the future, the FI. Considering the last few batches of Himalayan, those were launched and were arguably niggle-free, right?
See,
So what do you have to say about that?
I'm not sure about it whether they have improved in the quality or not.
Mm-hmm.
See, what happens is if they are just launching the old bike with an FI or ABS,
Mhm.
it doesn't make any sense to buy it
Okay.
because you're gonna be in showrooms more than your house or your office.
But then, Mugees, isn't it that they have already resolved a lot of issues on a bike? And also on your bike, right? Most of the issues were
I mean,
resolved.
they were not resolved; they were changed. So I mean, you are
So you think that those issues could have cropped up again?
yeah,
That's a valid point.
because
Maybe.
it's a matter of quality. Even if they change something with the new one,
Mhm.
and the quality is the same, the old quality.
Mhm.
So otherwise, I mean, there's no point in getting it replaced again and again, unless they improve the quality.
Exactly.
So that's what I think. If they have improved the quality, be it the head part,
Mhm.
the magneto coil, or the chassis, which is I've seen people who are
Yes,
who are
people have been complaining that
yeah,
it
complaining that
absolutely
it's-
broke off.
yeah.
Yeah,
it broke off. So I mean, it's really dangerous for off-roading.
absolutely.
So if they have improved it, it's a good bike. I mean, you cannot get this this kind of adventure tourer in India
For
on
un-
this price.
For under 2 lakhs, I think this bike is a bargain.
Yeah.
Now let's talk why the FZ. Why not any other bike?
See, first of all, it's Yamaha
Quality,
quality,
yeah.
quality and reliability.
Reliability, yes. Something that we really don't get to see with the Royal Enfield bikes.
Yeah.
No engine leaking, I suppose, yeah.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
And flickability.
Flickability, yes.
Yeah.
The bike is very
Very
flickable.
flickable. It's
Now,
nimble.
I rode his bike for a couple of miles after in the Himalayan. What I immediately noticed was the bike is very flickable.
Very
It's
flickable.
really light, and the feel from the front end with the 17-inch and the rubber, of course. I mean, the front end feel is
Awesome.
way better than that of Himalayan.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Way
Anything else?
See, it's powerful. It's torquey. I mean,
Yeah.
the torque is so much good. I mean, I've been riding all the way, on the fifth gear.
Yes, we were riding on all these windy roads.
That too uphill.
Wait, I'll cut off. Yes, we were riding on all these winding road through a lot of miles, and he was consistently in
On
fifth
fifth
gear,
gear.
whereas I was switching between third, fourth.
fourth, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even enter the fifth gear at all. This thing doesn't take in fifth gear before 50 or 60
And
kmph.
this thing goes smoothly all over up the hill. I mean, you don't need to work with the gears a lot.
So as I told most of the people in the comment section is that in case you're going to buy this bike for city traffic or for commuting or for daily chores, do not buy the Himalayan. It's
Do not.
only for good for touring and
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah.
If it's anything else in your mind that you're going to buy the bike for, don't go for it. Go for the FZ.
Go for the FZ.
This or maybe any other bike which suits
I mean,
you.
yeah.
But
It depends.
this bike is a perfect bang for the bucks,
Yeah.
and I think it's a fair bike that can do everything that you throw on.
I mean, it has a good mileage. I mean, I'm getting a mileage of 36, 37 kilometer without the first service.
And how much
I
are
mean,
you getting on the Himalayan?
I was getting 23, 24.
I think that concludes our short review
As of
the
now.
FZ and the Himalayan, and the answer to most of the people why you sold off your Himalayan. So that's it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
So all you guys who are watching this review, be wise, choose your bike wisely, and make sure you don't buy the Himalayan for the wrong purpose.
Yeah.
Till
And
then-
don't complain it. Don't complain about Himalayan if you are doing it for commuting and any other
Because
stuff.
that's the wrong choice that you made yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it for now. See you guys next time with
Bye.
another adventure ride. Bye bye.